So you made things happen behind the scenes. And even to the last couple of days, we didn't know if he was going to come for sure. At least that's what we were being told.
Oh, no, we were.
Okay, and then he was late to come on. And then I think there was checking security and double checking security.
Jordi Montes.
Who's that?
Jordi Montes. Jordi Montes was the reason for the delay.
Oh, who's that?
So Jordi Montes was a visitor of the conference that decided to like bypass security because he just wanted to like see the president speak.
Okay.
So like Secret Service had to make sure that, you know, he wasn't harmed or anything along those lines.
Okay. There's a guy named Shibtoshi who I think owns a huge chunk of the Shiba coin, and he always wears a mask.
Oh yeah, he wears a mask.
And I met him at Consensus in Texas, and he's a pretty cool guy. I did a little roundtable with him, but I saw a video of him getting walked out by the Secret Service before Trump came on, and I was like, Secret Service probably is going to look at you. I mean, it's not like a clown mask.
No, it's because of the ananimity.
Yeah.
So you know they have to have eyes on everybody to make sure.
I get it.
It's President of the United States.
I know. Like you said, there's a whole nother level of everything.
And then the other thing is like, so there are different levels to the process, right, of in security, to the process of becoming like, okay, so you're a candidate, okay, now you are the candidate, okay, and now you are the president. So like his security protocol increases in like different stages. So he went from being a regular candidate to 2 weekends prior, the RNC confirmed him as the Republican candidate.
Okay.
So now his security is ramped up significantly.
Okay.
But not only that, he's not only now the Republican candidate, he's also the former president of the United States. So that's why we had to have like TSA there, Secret Service, and no masks, no handbags, no large items, no lighters, no vapes, none of that stuff.
Okay.
So this was all happening. I mean, the roundtable was so fun. And I'll tell you, when Tucker Carlson says that he is one of the funniest people you'll meet, he is one of the funniest people you will meet.
Trump is.
He is so funny.
How so?
He just, there's something about his persona. He is very charismatic, even though that's not what's portrayed in the media. He's actually very charismatic, very charming. He walks in with jokes. I can't tell him because these are some of the things that we can't talk about. But he walks into this room. So this is the setting, right? We have a fundraising event. We then leave. We walk into the room where we're having the round table, and it's not what we expected. All of a sudden, I walk in, there's Billy Ray Cyrus serenading Amanda with his guitar. And he's like, I want to write a song about Bitcoin. And Amanda is like, proof of work works. And he's like, I like that, proof of work works. Sweetest man, right? Then you have Kid Rock on the other side. His son was there. And senators and House representatives and every CEO of every publicly traded company in the space and every CEO of any company that's a big company in the space. And I'll tell you a funny story. I am giving everybody instructions. So when the president comes in, your phones have to be put in these bags that intercept, right? So you can't like message or record or do anything. So these bags are being passed around and everyone's just a little rowdy and excited. It's a big room. There's about like 40 people here. And one of the campaign girls, Abby, who I adore, asks me to help her to get, these phones and bags. And I was like, sure, let's go. So I start giving everybody instructions. And I'm turning around, giving everybody instructions. I think Gary Cardone was terrified of me. He's like, told David at one point, he's like, my bag is closed. I can't ask Tracy to like open it. And David's like, just hide it, don't worry. So there's that. And then, I turn around and I hear, marry me, just marry me. And I'm like, who's proposing to me? And it's Kid Rock. Kid Rock is proposing to me. And he's like, I've never met anybody like you. And you're just smoking hot, just marry me. And I was just like, well, I don't like prenups. Everyone starts laughing. And, he said some other stuff that I won't repeat. but it was comedic relief and a half, right? This guy is so funny, and inappropriate, but very funny. And I think at one point I was just like, kid, why would I want to marry you? He's like, you get to tell anybody that you banned Kid Rock. And I'm like,
what the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best and hope you come join us.
why are you saying this in a room full of senators and CEOs? I'm like, oh my God. David goes, guys, this is the presidential roundtable. Act presidential. And Kid Rock just turns over to him and goes, the president ain't here, so this can't be the presidential roundtable, can it? I mean, and we're just cracking up because his comedic timing is just impeccable. But then the president walks in. And I gotta tell you, I've never seen anything like this. Like, you know when Rocky Balboa is walking into the ring and everyone's behind him and the lights are on? This is exactly what this feels like, and this is exactly what it looks like. He's got, I mean, Jake Paul is there, Kid Rock is there. I can't even remember the rest of the people, like Senator Haggerty, Senator Lummis, Senator Blackburn, like all these people are there. And he walks in and he's got like 10 people with him and they're recording and he's walking in and it's just like, oh my God, he's a rock star. Like he has rock star energy. And you're just like, because the last setting we saw him was at Mar-a-Lago and it was just him and his Diet Coke. And it's just, like more chill. Everyone's like, cool vibes. And all of a sudden we see this posse behind him following him and just clinging on to like every word he says. And everybody in the room, we're all clinging on to every single word that he says. And so he told us at the round table what he was about to announce. And we were all like beyond thrilled, like this is exactly what we've been in conversations with them about. This is exactly what we wanted. This is what the industry needs. And he couldn't have been better at it than just like giving us everything and everything we wanted.
Wow. What were some of the things he told you he was going to do?
He told us that he was going to ban CBDCs. He told us that he was going to make Bitcoin and the United States, the Bitcoin and crypto capital of the world. That he wanted all the Bitcoin mined in the United States, which is what he means when he says, made in the USA. But he wants it mined in the USA.
Yeah.
And we just hear this and like, you have to understand, like when David, Amanda and I started all of this, like we've been advocating for all of, like, we're not advocating for ourselves, right? Like there's really nothing in it for us in the sense of like a business per se, right? Maybe David with the conference, obviously, but we're not advocating the conference. We're advocating for the miners. We're advocating for the exchanges. We're advocating for every single part of our industry that needs help. So to have heard him say that, it was like, oh wow, he really did take the time to listen to each individual thing that we've talked to him about, that we've like, we've built decks, presentations, he asked us questions, and it was just really wonderful to be like, oh wow, he heard us. And, we were expecting that maybe he would say like one or two things we were not expecting for him to go down that whole list and address every single thing that we had spoken to him about. And so that was pretty wild.
And he said some bold things in that speech. I guess you watched it back later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I was in the back and I was watching it on the screen. But like, I know he diverted to like all of these other things. And I'm just like, come on, Don, let's get back to Bitcoin. But
The
he
weave.
did. Yeah, the weave.
The weave back.
But that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's who he is. It's part of his personality.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him. I mean, like, I think as a woman, me and my best friend have a million conversations where like, we have one conversation and that turns into 15 different conversations. So like, I have zero critique over that.
That's how normal people talk. It's just speeches we're used to being a certain way. But
Or, you know, like those of us who are neurodivergent and like.
Yeah, that too. And he said, I'm going to fire Gary Gensler.
Gary Gensler.
Did
So
you
he
know
had
that
told
was-
us that
Okay.
beforehand.
And then what I remember a lot of things about that day, but he was shocked by the reaction of the crowd when he said that.
And I think that the reason why he was shocked was because, so he told us beforehand, but you know, there's a certain level of decorum that we're trying to keep at the round table in the back, because this is the president of the United States. And like, this is also a room full of senators and a room full of CEOs. So like, me, I'm like, woo, Gary Gensler's getting fired. Everybody else is like, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yes, Mr. President, yes. So he didn't get like a cheer in the room in the back. So that's why I think he went in there thinking, or not expecting that reaction from the crowd.
Got it. Okay, because the round table didn't respond the same way.
Because the round
except
table
for
didn't
you.
respond exactly. So I'm like, and then everyone's like looking at me and I'm like, sorry.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.